Good afternoon. It is 4 p.m. here in South Korea. I am Arirang News. AI anchor, Arirang. President Yoon paid his respects to those who lost their lives during the April 19 revolution in 1960, pledging to build on their devotion to liberal democracy. On Friday, the South Korean leader visited the April 19 National Cemetery and offered a moment of silence and prayer for those who died in the student-led movement. Yoon also briefly met with their bereaved family members. The April 19 revolution is considered one of South Korea's first pro-democracy movements, which led to the resignation of then-President Lee Seung-man. In the same month, leading up to the fateful day, students across the country had been rising up against his authoritarian regime and clashed with police, who fired into the crowds, killing scores of demonstrators. Israel has reportedly carried out a military strike in central Iran on Friday local time. Multiple Western media outlets quoted Iranian state media, saying that air defense systems in several Iranian cities were activated. Sounds of explosions were heard near the central city of Isfahan according to reports. The areas where a major Iranian Army Air Force bases. Israel had previously warned it would retaliate Iran's attack on Israel over the weekend. An official at the International Monetary Fund has said exchange rate volatility would present significant economic challenges to South Korea. During a press briefing in Washington on Thursday, IMF Director for Asia and Pacific Department, Krishna Srinivasan called on policymakers in South Korea not to overly focus on what moves the U.S. Central Bank will take, citing limited currency mismatches and manageable possible inflation. A currency mismatch refers to a mismatch in the currency composition of assets and liabilities, where assets are denominated in domestic currency and liabilities in foreign currency. Meanwhile, the official stressed that Seoul should focus on the domestic situation, including price stability, when asked what the country's central bank should do to preserve financial and economic stability. South Korea's finance minister has spoken up about various economic issues facing the country, including high consumer prices and the unstable currency exchange market. Finance Minister Choi Sang-mook, speaking to press in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, highlighted stable core inflation, but noted challenges with fluctuating prices, particularly for agricultural goods. He discussed plans to mitigate the impact of global warming on food prices next year and emphasized prioritizing people's livelihoods over addressing the economic downturn. Regarding the currency exchange market, he gave assurances that the government is closely monitoring the strong greenback against the Korean won and has contingency plans in place. Over in Ukraine, another drone attack was attempted on Thursday at the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Russian-installed officials at the nuclear power plant reported the attack. They said it had been less than 2 weeks since previous similar attacks, and that Ukraine was behind the latest incident. The International Atomic Energy Agency said no damage or injuries have been reported, but warned that whoever is behind these incidents is ignoring the international calls for restraint. Ukraine hasn't commented on the latest drone attack yet, but has completely denied any involvement in previous incidents. That is all for today. Thanks for watching.